CWE Trons here with my very first audio video here on YouTube. Requested by you guys. I did a poll not that long ago asking if you guys wanted to see a figure collection, and I also asked if you guys maybe wanted to see 2 videos each. You guys did want to see a figure collection video, so I do have quite a bit of figures and I'm looking to get more throughout the upcoming months and ordering a lot of recently. So first we're going to start off with probably one of my favorite customs that I had. This is more of a recent custom that I made. These, you can call them custom fix-ups. I'm going to put both on the title. We'll probably see some of these more as fix-ups more than customs. This is my custom Bray Wyatt, his return edition in 2022 to 2023, whenever he debuted or returned at Extreme Rules. I don't have a mask for him. I wish I could find someone to make one. That would be really cool, but I just used the SummerSlam Elite Fiend body. I've been having this lamp for a while with one of his older elites, his White Family elites. I don't remember exactly what line it was, but I remember I still have the figure, it's just not on me right now. The figure with the green pants. So for this Bray, I use a Firefly Funhouse Elite figure, the head scan and the basic hands that it came with. And then I just used the Fiend body to go along with it. Then obviously the lantern just to kind of tie everything up. There is at least I hope it's still coming out, the Ultimate Edition Bray Wyatt for his Royal Rumble match. I really want to get that figure. I've been wanting to get, I'm also wanting to get the Fiend Ultimate Edition, the first one that came out. Anyone has any of those figures for sale, please hit me up in the comments below or DM me on Instagram. I really love the Fiend character, probably one of my favorite Bray Wyatt characters of all time. So here is a quick 360 of the figure. I think it looks pretty cool. I just painted the pants black with just matte black paint, and then I sealed it all up with Mod Podge. Now let's go on to the next figure I have here. I don't even consider it a fix-up or a custom. I didn't really move any parts in it, but I'll just show you guys. This is kind of just a custom attire I made for my Elite Top Picks Finn Balor. I just made a post on him on my Instagram page that if you guys could please check that out too. Just finished this one up recently. Before I had him with black boots, but then I just had the idea to paint these white boots on him, the all whites. You know, the paint is not the greatest, like the brushing and painting and whatever, but I think I did a pretty decent job. And I do want to make a disclaimer, I'm not the best custom maker, I never have been, but I think it's just fun to paint him. Like, I made this logo by all hand, and it sucks, but it's close enough. I like it. I don't know where to get decals from. Sometimes they're pretty like expensive, so it's like I have to decide whether I want to use that money for a figure or for decals. I'd rather just get another figure. I like this one. This one's pretty nice. I think it's a lot better than the gray attire that he had before. Got really sick of the gray attire that he had. Really love the black and white, especially with, you know, the Bullet Club background and stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool. And for those asking, you'll probably see a lot of this tape on their biceps. This is just electric tape. Electric tape has always been my tape of choice whenever it comes to stuff like this. I'll even sometimes use it for this tape. I did that with the Bray back here. So just once again, we get a quick 360. I do want to get a new head scan, or at least another Finn Balor figure. They're not releasing one anytime soon, at least I'm not sure if they are, but I do want to get a new head scan because as you see, it's all markered up. And continuing with the figures, we have another one, which once again, I wouldn't even consider this a custom, but I wanted to include it in this video rather than the figure collection video, because it is my own version. It's a pretty easy makeup. It's just a referee, an Elite referee. This one's pretty easy. I just used an Elite Dean Ambrose body and bought the bundle. It's to place it on the Ringside Collectibles page that comes with a ladder, table, a chair, and the referee shirt, which the quality is pretty nice. At first, it was a little tight to get it on him, but I think now it's just gotten used to the mold is a little looser. I think that's just common and normal for figure clothing, but pretty easy custom. It was the only figure that really made sense with this, apart from a WrestleMania 30 Rock figure that I have. And if anyone doesn't remember what that figure was, it was pretty much his promo attire that he had whenever he was in a whole thing with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. So, but I do prefer this. It's more of a generic looking wrestler rather than it being The Rock. Either one would work, but this has been my go-to referee. Before, I would have to use like a Jax figure that I painted on, and it obviously wasn't working, not the best articulation. This kind of lets me get the best of all worlds, especially when it comes to pick fighting. The referee doesn't move that much, but I feel like it's just nice to have an actual posable referee if needed. So, quick figure. Obviously use the Dean Ambrose Elite. It was a SummerSlam Elite. Came with the Raw Tag Team titles. So, really cool figure. Obviously changed to Jon Moxley. So I picked up a Jon Moxley figure, but I need to get a new one. I will go over the Jon Moxley video and the other figure collection video. I'll probably be filming right after this one because I already have my own issues with that. But here is the Ref Collector figure. Next to the other figure that I have, it is a bit of a custom fix-up, whatever you want to call it, Roman Reigns. This is a very old Roman Reigns figure. It's one of my first ever. Cool, funny story about my first ever Roman Reigns figure. Whenever, I was always used to like the small heads on these type of figures, the Elites, because I grew up with a lot of Jax figures versus Elites. Growing up, the Elites were really expensive, or pretty expensive for my family, and they couldn't obviously buy them as much as they did, as much as I would have liked it, but I was very grateful for what I got. And the Roman Reigns was probably one of my few first figures. I got this for my birthday, and I was really excited. And I was really weirded out for how big the head is. Obviously now it doesn't look as big, but you know, getting it being probably the first long-haired figure I've received, it looked very big. It's, as you can tell, it's very old. The tattoo is gone there, but it's a fix-up because I painted a full beard on it. Obviously not the best paint job, but fairly decent for when I did. And then I just did a custom glove. Before I had it as all red for like an updated attire. I also have the newer articulated Roman Reigns with the gold glove. That's the one that I think it didn't come with the Universal title, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it just came with, you know, just the basic figure with the head of the table t-shirt. But just to have this, I don't use this figure that much. It's more of a figure that I put in like crowd and stuff, but it's cool to have too, you know what I mean? I started like not liking to throw away figures or mess them up too much. This one's pretty messed up. I just like to keep it for memories, especially since it's one of the very first figures I ever got. Very special and pretty memorable for me. We have a newer fix-up that I'm not done yet. It's kind of work in the progress, but I do need to finish soon because it's the very first match in my pick fed, and that is this AJ Styles custom I did, this fix-up. I can actually show you what I used. If this is I think this was the first AJ Styles Elite that ever came out. Remember, he had the shorter hair, no knee pads. These knee pads I actually had to buy in the head scan. I'll get into that. And a blue tire, which I kind of messed up over the years, but I try to make it as nice as possible. As you can tell, it's not done. There was previous stuff I did to it painting-wise that I have to fix, so this doesn't show. Make that black, so trying to finish this up as quickly as possible as I can. I just used this basic body that I bought, recently, and did the whole head swap and stuff. I thought originally the legs I could switch, but then I didn't even realize, it's just so dumb of me. I didn't realize that the legs, the boots have no articulation on the basics, which into it now a little bit. Basics used to be so much better in the day. They didn't have the best articulation, but I feel like over the years they just made them worse with articulation, and this really sucked. First of all, the boot didn't even fit on there. I wouldn't have really even cared for the articulation as long as it fit. It fit very weirdly. The mold it's kind of different, and you know, just a very useless body for a very useless basic body. And I could really only use it for the head and then the knee pads. And I wouldn't even recommend to buy basics. If you are into that, then go ahead. That's perfectly fine. I grew up on mainly basics, so no hate towards you. But obviously, once you go to elites, you kind of stick to elites. As you can also tell, it's an older AJ Styles due to the smaller torso. They just upgraded the torso, which I do really want to buy that elite. Also because, you know, double articulated arms. It would just be nice to get upgraded figures. But I'm liking how this is so far. This wasn't the original knee pad. I just used a longer knee pad because I feel like he's wearing longer knee pads anyways. This also came with the basics, so I just been using that. So there is the fix up. It's pretty nice in my opinion. This is probably one of my most bought wrestlers when it comes to figures. I seem to be getting a lot of his figures, and if anyone else has him in his collection, you understand why. But here is Seth Rollins, a Seth Rollins custom. I have a lot of Seth Rollins figures over the years. A lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them got turned into fix-ups, which you will see here in the video. But this is one of them that I just kept as Rollins and turned into one of his most recent attires, or fairly recent attires, that he used countless of times over the past year or two. And it is his floral blue attire with the lime green. Obviously, I couldn't do floral. It's very hard, but just try to get as close as I could with the colors. The knee pads, I'm really happy with the boots. Need to touch it up. I use some like white medical tape for the wrist tape. The original wrist tape was black. I could have kept it as black, but I just prefer it as white, especially for a figure like this. I like this fix up. Really nice head scan. I want to get the new basic that's coming out so I can switch to head scan. And then I also want to get the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, really nice figure. I love Seth Rollins. Love this fix up. Probably one of my favorite customs I have in my collection. Arms kind of loose. That's like my one issue with it. Continuing on with the video, we have another custom here. This one's from a wrestler known as the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I still don't have a Cody Rhodes figure. I had an original Cody Rhodes figure, which is where this head scan came from. And it was a figure way long ago. It was one of his, I think it was when he was dashing Cody Rhodes, one of those figures. Came with the jacked body, a very nice like build. But then obviously over time he started wearing this. And it's my own custom take on it. It's not accurate at all. I really do want to get my very own elite instead of using this custom, but this custom does for the most part. A lot of damage done to the head, so that's the reason why I like making the customs, to just be more updated. But later down the line, I would also like to get the updated versions of the figure. And like if Mattel comes out with the newer figures or updated tires that I really like, I would obviously get those, especially with the better articulation. Love getting newer figures anyways. So here's the custom Cody Rhodes. Moving on, we have 3 more figures. We have here a Shinsuke Nakamura custom. I just changed up the attire, made it yellow and black. I really do like this look. Not the best painting, obviously, especially with the back here. Really hate this right here. I don't really like the molds for the Shinsuke figures because the pants are really thick, so you don't get the best articulation. I really want to get another Seth Rollins figure, or you know, something like that, and get someone to see if someone can do a torso crack for me, so they can put this torso on a Seth Rollins lower half. Just, it's better articulation. I don't really mind the top half. I've been looking for the Ultimate Edition, but it's very hard to come across that nowadays. I really can't find one except it for like a really expensive price. I do want to get a new one though soon. So there is the Shinsuke Nakamura. This one is a custom Elite Jay White. Use a Seth Rollins head, painted up the head a little bit. Not terrible, but obviously doesn't look anything like Jay White. For this one, I used this was actually the Cody Rhodes body that I used for the original Elite I had. I think I switched out the arms for Seth Rollins arms, and then I had to get, I used Seth Rollins knee pads from a basic, and then boots that come with the figure. Just using that. Had to paint it all black. Not the best painting, but it does for now. Can't wait for JY to finally have his own W figure. Hopefully that gets announced soon if they haven't already. But this does for now. But I am looking to get a head scan off of eBay just to kind of make this figure feel more official. But I like it so far. So there is the JY custom. And for the last custom here, we have, this is my most recent custom. I actually just pretty much finished this yesterday, or I would technically count today. But I've been wanting this figure for a very long time. Haven't been able to find one, so I just kind of bought the basic, used the head scan, kind of went from there. And that is a custom Johnny Gargano figure with a custom attire. Once again, I don't have any decals or don't really want to try to do lettering and stuff like that, so I kind of just made it a very messy type of attire, but I really like the way it turned out. Looks pretty nice. I use a an old Daniel Bryan Elite I had, and the body mold works really well. It's a less body. It's the same one that AJ Styles has. I think he is a really built person, obviously more ripped than a lot of people, but I think this body mold works very well for him, apart from the very big body mold that he has nowadays. But just made it blue, use a kind of navy blue color with some white and black. Main color I use all around, and then I painted up a Seth Rollins vest to kind of match the rest of the attire. Once again, don't have a logo here, but I really like how it came out. Really like the head scan too. Try to do my best with the wrist tape on the side. It is a little scuffed, but I try to do my best with having the black and then the white outline. So ladies and gentlemen, that will be the very last figure for this custom figure collection video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and please let me know what you guys think about doing commentary videos, doing these type of collection videos, unboxing reviews. Please leave a like on this video and comment down below what you guys would like to see on this channel. I want to do more content, especially stuff like this. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned to the channel. Probably have some more stuff coming out fairly soon. Please check out the Instagram page. I have a lot of updates coming out there. I've been posting out there a lot more frequently. Have stuff going on there too that I'm working on. Regardless, I hope you guys have a really nice day. Stay safe out here, and I'll see you guys on the next video.